Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And T-Mobile has to be very, very careful moving forward. And the reason I say that is because I'm getting deja vu from the LTE days in two ways. So T-Mobile is pushing out this carrier call out, and they're taking aim at AT&T and Verizon. And this is a national marketing push during primetime television. So they're spending big money on this, and they're taking aim at them for something that they just did. T-Mobile in February raised all of their fees on the plans that where taxes and fees are not included. Those plans now pay more on fees, and they just raised their support charge fee by an additional $5. So yes, an increase is an increase. Now you can call it strategic, and I still believe 100% this is a slam dunk for T-Mobile if Verizon and AT&T don't counter. There's only so much that my platform can do, and the community is just not that big. There are still millions of other addressable consumers that'll be targeted by T-Mobile's marketing that'll never have the full understanding of what just happened. So that's one. T-Mobile literally just raised all of their fees across the board. The first set of fee increases came earlier in the year, February 19th, if I remember correctly, for plans where taxes and fees are not included. All those plans' fees went up. Now, they just raised the support fee by an additional $5 to $35. And now they're all of a sudden going to take aim at Verizon and AT&T when T-Mobile did the same thing. In fact, in order for you to get this $1,000, which is $200 per line up to 5 lines, you have to get into the Magenta Max. So they're targeting a base that is ticked off by a $1.35 fee increase, likely on a lower end plan. And now T-Mobile is targeting that customer. And if that customer does switch to T-Mobile, in order to get this deal, they're going to have to get into a plan that is likely more expensive versus the $1.35 increase that they just received. Just for an example. And if a customer goes from the Get More to the Magenta Max, for example, because they are ticked off about this fee increase, they're going to lose value. T-Mobile's value does not match Verizon's. Verizon's value is still better. So either way, it's a lose-lose for that customer. So I get it. T-Mobile is targeting Verizon and AT&T. They did the same thing under John. They went ahead and did something, and then they turned it into a positive. They turned a negative into a positive. And here they're doing it again. They're turning a negative into a positive. They just raised fees. Now they're targeting Verizon and AT&T for the same thing. Crazy, I know. It's crazy. So that was the first part. That's kind of deja vu because that happened a lot during LTE and these Un-carrier moves. And the second part where I'm getting a lot of deja vu is I still think this is a slam dunk. They're targeting this on a national basis, so that means they're going to get foot traffic. They're going to be able to convert some of these consumers. Not all of them, but some of that traffic that gets in the queue on the call centers that comes in the store, they're going to be able to convert them. So here's my thing. A lot of what happened during LTE and what we saw in congestion came from overselling the network. And they're already in the top 100 markets. In a lot of markets, they're already oversaturated or very saturated, meaning they have good share, leading share in the market. And their network grid, didn't really change in terms of densification. For example, my market, El Paso, they have over 50% share. They're still growing at a decent clip every quarter now with these new promos and being the loud carrier that they are. So now the network grid didn't change. They got some Sprint keep sites. so far like 2 or 3, but overall in the market, the densification didn't change much versus what it was during LTE. What did change, they added more spectrum onto each of the cell sites. That did change. So now you're looking to grow and extend the base, but what if they oversell again? And what if there's another slowdown that we've experienced during LTE? So what happened during LTE, the demand far outgrew the network. And the network team, couldn't invest enough to keep up. And that was kind of two things. They couldn't invest enough to keep up, and they couldn't invest fast enough. So now they have the spectrum. They're slapping it on the sites on the same grid, and now they're loading up that grid again because they're getting customers. There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to have a record-breaking second quarter. I truly believe it. Just by simply adding the price lock and pushing these national campaigns, they're going to grow exponentially. They're going to grow. The Sprint churn is going to lower. And like I said, until Verizon and AT&T respond or counter, it's a slam dunk. But it's an increase. It's wrong. And those are the 2 points I wanted to make this morning for T-Mobile to kind of be careful that, one, that they better hope Verizon and AT&T don't counter. So one of them has to get ticked off eventually and respond. They have to, because this is making it too simple for T-Mobile. It's just easy. They're making claims on a national scale, and until anybody says something about it, they're going to keep winning. And I'm speaking up, but like I said, my platform is only so big. And then the second part is, are they potentially subject, again, to overselling and overgrowing the network? Because now they're growing all segments. They're growing SMB. They're growing larger businesses. They're growing consumer again, prepaid. They're in growth mode. The growth engine is turning. So let's hope this time they plan better. Let's hope the engineering team has a plan where 12 to 18 months ahead of congestion, they start prepping for small cells and new sites. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.